Deputy Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Thembisile Nkadimeng, is said to be concerned with the slow pace in assisting communities affected by heavy rains. Nkadimeng was speaking on the sidelines of a visit to Nkomazi municipality in Mpumalanga. Nkomazi is one of the worst affected municipalities in that province, with some villages still inaccessible and they don't have water due to infrastructure damage. SABC News reporter Tumelo Machogo and camera operator Frank Goqwana are with the Deputy Minister.
Well, the Deputy Minister of COGTA is currently in Mpumalanga assessing the extent of the damages that have been caused by the heavy rains that we have received in the last 2 weeks. We are out here in Masibegele, in one of the rivers that actually connects many communities and also supplying to many of these villages around here. Let's speak to the Deputy Minister. Deputy Minister, thank you so much for speaking to us. Just talk to us about the extent of the damage that we have seen here in the province, and also what have you seen so far and where is the money going to go directly so far?
Well, in Mpumalanga, there are 5-6 prioritized municipalities. The assessment is still going on. The situation may change. But Nkomazi is the most affected. We're currently Ehlanzeni, Steve Chwete have also experienced some challenges. Emalahleni and Ilikwa municipality in Standerton. There's quite a number of areas, particularly water infrastructure and roads, that are being prioritized to want to reconnect villages that have been cut off because bridges have been washed away. I think the initial visit, this is the first, second spot. The first spot was us checking a road which has disconnected around 11 villages outside the normal way of life. The children can't go to school, parents can't go to work and all that. And that calls for a state of emergency from us to ensure that we reconnect them. But we have seen already the municipality and public works outside. Worrying to me was the pace, but I do believe that the remaining team will ensure that they speed it up. In the plant behind me, it is disconnecting about 16 villages from connection of receiving sustainable water because of the system has been washed out and the pump operating room has also been covered in water and all the electrical connections have been damaged. But we have already ordered the material through our disaster management program, and we are anticipating that the plant will be running at about 40% on around Thursday, and today is Tuesday. They've received the first segment of the parts. They are waiting the electricals, and we hope that they will work across over the night, tonight, tomorrow, to make sure that our communities can be able to receive water, because water is life.
May you just talk to us also about the issue of nationally, the national picture. How are we looking as the country in terms of the damages? We know about 7 provinces have been declared as disaster in the country. Just talk to us about those, the national state, and also the death toll, if you guys have, and the money that could be actually be given to these provinces to assist them with the recovery.
Well, we are finalizing and concluding on all the 7 provinces. All our COGTA teams are in all these provinces, assisting them to finalize their assessment so that money could be reprioritized from municipalities, particularly the infrastructure grant, and a top-up from national government in the disaster fund could then be made available where possible to ensure that the municipalities are able to go back to their land. The plan or the assessment is not yet finalized, but the commitment we have on our JOC NDC and NDMC Disaster Management Committee team is that by Sunday we must have concluded all the damage which has happened in the past 2 weeks across the country and be able to communicate all the plans. Remember, the assessment talks directly into the name of the road, the size or the extent of its damage and the amount that it will cost. So MISA is all over the provinces, assisting them to compile that report and ensure that we are able to pull back. I do currently have the fatality statistics of the municipality where we are in. We have unfortunately lost 6 lives, of which 2 have been accounted for and 1 burial has already taken place. Our diver team from SABC is assisting the municipality with the search in the streams of 4 bodies, and 1 is reported to be Elena. And our condolences as COGTA goes to the families, the bereaved families, and we hope that they find strength in the Lord to carry on.
Also, Deputy Minister, just talk to me about the Freddy. Seems like it's coming very strong, and also might mean that more and more of these families, especially that have been affected, that have been relocated to other places, that might be facing another challenge with the rain that is expected to make landfall on Saturday.
True. The South African Weather Service has anticipated that the weekend can still be wet in the Mpumalanga, Mozambique and Swaziland. South Lone Freddy may be pouring, which means the 1,929 displaced families, we may be having more and more provision for human settlement later on and identification of land. But we have been meeting with our traditional leaders as well, and we are at a process of designating better land availability to make sure that the Department of Human Settlement built in a better terrain where we will not be facing disasters hopefully in future. But we see it as a rather futile exercise for government to go and build in water landlocked areas currently, because already you can see the signs and the patterns of climate change that the water will pour and still store in those particular areas. Even here, our full-time plan design is to make sure that we elevate the pumps so that it is not necessarily easy. That's what we did in Likwa, for example, elevating the pumps so that they don't get submerged in water again when the floods comes. So in anticipation, our teams are ready, our disaster management in the provinces are ready, humanitarian relief is being put in preparation for another possible wet weekend, but we are hoping for the best.
Deputy Minister, thank you so much for speaking to us. That is the Deputy Minister just speaking to us about the issues that have been faced here, and also communities that have also been affected by this heavy rain that has been ongoing here. More rain is expected again this week and until Saturday. Back to you.